Now, I did say that I wasn't going to be using that music anymore, but I can't help it. It's just too bloody good. I love that intro. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I'm not on my own tonight. I have company. I have. And Andy. And I have. And
Company's coming.
I have a back of an head.
A back of Ed's head.
Hello.
No. Hello there.
Oh, well. What a couple of weeks we've had. It's been blooming freezing.
It's still blooming freezing.
I don't know. It's positively spring out there compared to what we've had the last week. My word. My word. I've had icicles between my legs.
It was a lot milder today when I took you know who for you know what.
It was. Yeah. We've got peoples.
We've got lots of peoples.
Young Adam, he's excited for the live. He let us know that an hour ago. No, 2 hours ago. Bless him. Bless him. Hello, Palps. Martin's here. I'm here, apparently. Who's been talking is me.
Hello.
Was that you?
I was just announcing that we were, in fact, here.
Josh is with us.
Multi-broadcast.
Martin. Everyone's chatty already. Look at this. It's going to take me an hour to catch up on this.
You're nearly there, I think.
Who's with us? Palps again.
Palps.
Nipples, Mr. David McNipples. Hello there, sir. Let's get mental indeed. You need to join us again one night. I'm going to have to get Leon at some point, though. Otherwise, he'll get jealous, won't he? He will. Joe. Hello, Joe.
Joe number one.
Another Joe. We've got double Joes tonight. Wow. It's just... Can you all stop so that I can catch up? What's the giveaway? That's a good point. I've left it downstairs. I'll have to disappear for a little bit.
There's a giveaway?
There's a giveaway tonight.
Apparently.
Oh,
is there?
Apparently.
What? There's a giveaway.
If you tell you what it is, I'll be a giveaway.
If I tell it, in fact, I might have to do the giveaway and then reveal what it is, because if I reveal
I don't mean what is it. I mean, why a giveaway?
Because we've had something donated.
Oh, yeah.
He said you can use that for a giveaway. So I thought, well, rather than use it as one of my giveaways, I'll use it as a Cosmic Council giveaway.
Right. I thought you were pimping for more followers again.
No. It's got nothing to do with that. It's a genuine gift to us to give away. So
what's this old business?
Fair enough. If he doesn't want to be involved.
Anyway.
Right, let's move on. Okay, la.
In fact, no. Right, thank you. And well.
All right, come on. Professionalism, damn it.
Right, go on. Right, so you're doing a giveaway.
Oh, my word, will you stop it?
Right,
this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when I
has a little break and he gets delusions of grandeur.
To these two peoples. You know how smoothly these councils went for what, 2 years? Oh, God, we've done it. There we are. So yeah, we've been given something to give away. So I thought I'd give it away tonight, and I've gone and left it downstairs. So we'll go down and bring it up in a few moments.
Cool.
But let's get a topic out of the way. What should we talk about?
Compressed carbon.
Sweets. Oh, yeah. We've done that.
Oh, downstairs.
I thought you mentioned you wanted to talk about topic. Or is that more of a biscuit than a sweet?
No, it's a chocolate bar.
Is it a chocolate bar topic?
Chocolate bar is a topic, yeah. It's got nougat in it and the nuts and the caramel.
Candy bar. Would it be called a candy bar in the States?
Probably in the States, but we don't care what they call it over there, do we? Right, I need to switch out for...
Let's talk about this.
Oh, Princess Leia.
No.
Has the bubble gone yellow yet?
It don't look bad, actually.
It don't, does it?
No, that was quite good.
It's not too bad. A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, a bit of a tinge.
A bit of a tinge, yes.
Tinge. He certainly is.
But why am I showing that to the screen?
It's ever been. Well, there is something there, isn't there? In that. Do I have anything? Do I have anything that I can quickly grab that is of the same ilk?
Head's gone again.
I
Have you not?
don't think I have anything by Diamond.
I'm
Oh,
shocked.
wow.
Shocked, I tell you, shocked and dismayed.
And now the nearest thing that I have got pre-Diamond, but I do have something by Art Asylum, which Diamond now own.
This is true.
Yeah. Movie soundtracks. No, I'm not talking about movie soundtracks. Robert is here.
Yeah, it is. She's got little diamond slick, little there, look.
But yeah, the big news this week, it kind of dropped. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? Diamond Comic Distributors have filed for bankruptcy. Which hello, Jumpy. Which personally, I think is quite sad news.
Yellow.
Very
Yellow.
yellow. Yeah, I think it's quite sad news.
Less yellow.
Oh, we've got Rolando with us as well. Hello, Rolando. That would be a very short conversation for me, Joe. I think I've seen one, maybe two of his movies.
Wedding Planner.
Nah.
Pixels.
Wedding Planner's best. Not Wedding Planner. Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer. Wedding Planner was Martin Short.
Oh, in
Bride.
Father of the Bride.
Father of the Bride.
Plays
I've
Frong.
watched a film of that.
Frong.
Mm.
I tell you what I want to do, Mr. Bonks. I want to decorate the whole living room. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, quite sad news in the fact that Diamond have filed for bankruptcy, which people have already been like, what does that mean for Diamond Select Toys? Diamond Toys are going to be no more.
It's
Yeah. Pardon?
It's just in America. It doesn't affect UK.
Diamond UK is a subsidiary of. It's a wholly privately owned subsidiary of.
So it can affect them because they'll be part of the group as a subsidiary. However, now if I remember this right from that press release, Gareth, somebody has put in a non-binding letter of intent, which basically in lawyer speak is translated to, we might be interested in having that.
Yeah, I think someone's already stepped forward to buy it up, haven't they?
Yeah.
And
I've already heard that the company that are very, very interested in making that purchase, Universal Distributors, apparently they're very good. Apparently very good with their customer base. So that's nice to hear, at least. Diamond UK have literally within an hour of the press release yesterday, they already sent out letters letting us, the UK comic industry retailers, letting us know that we've got nothing to worry about and that it's going to be business as usual, and that they'll let us know themselves if and when that will change. Apparently Free Comic Book Day is still going to be going ahead as normal, unless there's anything changes before then. Obviously that's May, so there could be changes, but I would imagine that they'll already be on with printing the comics for that,
if not already.
So they'll be well, that'll be well in hand. But yeah, a lot of people were questioning the whole Diamond Toys thing, Diamond Select Toys. I'm fairly sure that our friend Joshy there will be very, very concerned since he gets a lot of freebies from them.
Yes.
Bless him.
Yes.
They're listed as a sister company to Diamond Comic Distributors, so it's not strictly that they're part of this turmoil. Apparently, they're doing quite well, because they've got the fingers in lots of pies. They've got Star Trek. They've got blooming Star Wars now, haven't they? They've got Marvel. They've got DC. They've got you name it. They've got Godzilla. They've got every bloody thing.
What generally happens in this sort of scenario is that they will, if they need the money in to try and keep other bits going, they will sell off the profitable bits.
Yeah.
So it might well be that they would sell Diamond Select Toys off to someone as a separate entity that's able to exist by itself. So if the licenses are held by Diamond Select Toys rather than the parent company,
which I think that is the case,
they could well just walk off quite happily as a self-contained thing and just go off and do their own thing. So could well be that it'll get saved. Because as you were saying, it was Universal, isn't it? Seems to be eyeing them. So
because they're So it's definitely it's a very interesting thing. I mean, it's sad when such a big company like that in the term. Yeah. I mean, in terms of comics, I don't think it's unfair to say that Diamond as a company has helped keep comics alive for as long as they've been going. So there's a good chance that comics wouldn't still exist now if it wasn't for Diamond.
So do they just distribute comics?
They do distribute, but because of how they're set up, so they'll take from DC, they'll take from Marvel, they take from Image. So every comic supplier sends to them. Right. And then Diamond distribute to the shops. So
interesting. Gosh.
Whereas a shop, there's not going to be any shops out there that are going to want to take 5,000 copies of Walking Dead. But Diamond will take 10,000 copies of Walking Dead and distribute it out. Yeah. So if it's not for a distributor like that, we may not have had these comics.
So that is quite a big thing then. That's quite
it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing.
For the physical market.
There's an issue in the fact, and I think this is because Diamond have been on the rocks for a little while now. I do think there's a problem to be said about them having monopoly on comic distribution. And I think as much as I think that they've saved comics for as long as they have done, I think they've also stagnated them a little bit because there's no competition, none whatsoever. And we all know that in order to breed good business practices, you need a bit of competition, don't you? Yeah, so whenever Diamond have wanted to have a price hike, there's been a price hike. There's never been a price drop.
The thing is, though, you've got to be doing something fairly daft with your business if you can't keep going as a monopoly. Because you as you rightly say, you can charge whatever you want. So unless you go too high so that not enough people are buying, then you've got a problem. Yeah,
I think their problem started during the dreaded COVID lockdowns. Because they were determined to keep going during the lockdowns, and they were still shipping out. I was still receiving weekly shipments.
Right.
Whereas DC and Marvel and some of the other indie companies, they were like, no, we're not sending out. But we want the comics. We've ordered them. We've booked them. We expect them. Because they wanted us to get them. I don't know what they thought we were going to do with them.
I was going to say, yeah, because I mean, logically, that would be the classic point at time at which people start to try the digital versions of comics.
Yes,
and realize they can get lots of them, but again, I mean, I would have thought that would have been part of Diamond's problem as well, because obviously a lot of people would just be taking digitally.
So they had a big falling out with DC to the point where DC actually said, right, okay, we're not having our comics anymore, and they actually went to a different distributor in the States.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, and to my knowledge, the only comics that they now send to Diamond in the US are the ones that are ordered for UK customers.
Right.
So in order to keep DC Comics going in the UK, they kind of like, okay, fair enough, we'll let you have the UK comics for them.
Because there was no alternative competitor.
Because the distributor they were using in the US, they were like, we're not shipping those few comics over there every week. It's not worth our time.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So yeah, hopefully the toy side of it though can keep going. It would be a shame.
That's a very different demographic probably as well.
Yeah.
Well, to an extent anyway.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a crossover, isn't there?
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. There'll be quite a lot of overlap, but yeah.
Right. Well, I'm going to disappear and go collect something while you two have a little chat amongst yourselves.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, us too. Us. Look, he's gone. See, there you go. Right. So, Ed, did I see correctly that there might be some new releases of Nemesis Prime coming?
No, I don't know. Nemesis Prime, which ones?
Don't know. I just saw it appear. You know how your phone gives you random stories sometimes?
Yeah. You're probably better off asking someone who knows something about Transformers.
Right.
I don't. My honest answer is, I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm not that up to date on what's currently going off. I did see something for. Oh, was it the? Oh, but hell, I forgot the name of it now. The model kit ones.
All right.
I don't know if there's a. What do they call them now? It's AMK. Is it the AMK?
I've got a Kuro Kara Kuri Optimus Prime toy review. Can't see much of anything else. I was hoping the story might fling itself back up at me, but it doesn't seem to have done.
I mean, the thing is with Nemesis Prime is, whenever there's a new Optimus Prime release, there will be a black version of it released. You know, within 6 to 12 months. You know, that's just part of the course. You know, you get an Optimus Prime, you will get a black one. You know, for the whole Nemesis Prime thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if one is on its way. I mean, I'm waiting for. Not that I'm going to be getting it, but I'm waiting for Blockheed to announce or show that they'll be doing a Nemesis Prime, and they'll probably do an Ultra Magnus as well. You know, because I mean, you've got the molds. You know, so it's just a case of changing the plastic color. So you know, why wouldn't you?
This makes sense.
So yeah, so that's where I would say yeah. Whatever, whenever there's an Optimus Prime release, you nailed on guaranteed that there will be a Nemesis Prime as well. You know, hot on
and an Ultra Magnus.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, the Ultra Magnuses have been a bit. They haven't done as many as lately. The Ultra Magnuses. No, I haven't, the third party companies do, but you know, it's I hadn't seen one for a while.
Black Mamba.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, Andy had just mentioned that about
honest opinions on Gareth in his absence.
Something had come up on his news feed about Nemesis Prime, and they were asking me if I knew about it, and I was just like, I told him to ask someone who knows something about Transformers. You know, just. I know. Well, no. You think I'm joking? I'm not. I just wing it. I make it all up as I go along.
He knows what he likes, and that's all he knows.
Yeah, I get to about 86, and then that's it. I kind of stopped.
Yeah. Like, who's Chrome Dome?
Yeah. Oh no, Chrome Dome.
Hello, Adam. How are you? And Patrick. I'm Patrick. Hello there.
Palps, I favour Schnicked personally, although I think you don't need the C in it. I think Schnicked is spelled SNIKT.
Mm-hmm.
But I see what you did there. We have a Salacious in the house.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Playing with his gold member.
He's been doing some rather suggestive shorts of late.
Has he now?
Oh yeah.
Salacious Rum doing something suggestive?
Oh yes.
No.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
There are 1,000%, no, 10,000% new Transformers coming out, including Nemesis Prime.
Who's doing it then? Did you find out who's doing it?
Who's doing what?
It did not show up on my feed this time round, I'm afraid. So
right.
I'm without clue.
What's occurring? Just got back from work. We've had a little discussion on the sad news regarding it's like someone's died, isn't it? Regarding the demise or the upcoming demise of Diamond Comics Distributors. and what that might mean for the toy side
See,
of it.
I do wonder though. You see, what might happen is that they might put them in the States. I think they often put themselves into administration as a defensive move against debtors.
Yeah.
Then they'll reorganize their debt and stuff, and they'll just kind of bounce back again. So they'll probably keep going, but they'll just look different ultimately. Might be the way it runs.
There might be Sapphire Comic Distributors, or Cubic Zirconia,
or Opal.
I did have a discussion with someone about it. That I was saying how relieved I was that I'm not in the same position I was in 2 or 3 years ago, where I was on a pro forma account with Diamond. Because the way they are when you first set up with them is your pro forma, and every time you place an order, bearing in mind the comics don't come out for at least 2 months after you've placed that order. Yeah. And if you're ordering toys, you could be talking 6 months to a year. When you place that order, you pay.
Oh, right.
Yes. And after being with them about 12 years, I requested it to go to a credit account, which means that they send me the goods and 7 days later I pay for it. So it's only 7 days worth of credit. It's not a huge, it's not a huge amount or a huge time frame. But at least I no longer had to pay for stuff that I weren't going to be receiving for a very, very, very long time. And when that switch was made, I went a good 6 months, 7 months without paying for any goods because they had to work off what I'd already paid them. And I think we were talking about 25k. For a very small shop like mine, that's what they owed me. So
they owed you, good Lord.
Yeah, so had we been in that same situation now, would I have seen that back?
I'm afraid you probably would have been rather down the list of creditors, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And that was that. A lot of that was built up over years to ordering waves of Transformers, Marvel Legends, Doctor Who figures that just never arrived. But when you're ordering a couple of cases per month and they either get cancelled or delayed or changed, and it just stays there as having shown that you've ordered them and paid for them, or you'll get them when they come. You'll get them when they come. And then 3 years later, they were cancelled, so we've credited your account. Do I get the interest back?
Well, yeah, quite well. Same with your energy bills, isn't it? They'll happily hold on to your money, but not give you any credit for it. Yes.
There will be a phoenix from the flames, I'm sure. Yes. A god phoenix, maybe.
A fiery phoenix. Yes.
Or a dark phoenix.
Yes.
Sorry, I will just mention now, earlier on when you said acting like someone had died, yeah?
Yeah.
Someone has passed away today.
Oh, go on then.
Yeah, Linda Nolan sadly passed away.
Oh, bless. That's one off the bucket list for you.
It's what?
That's one off the bucket list for you, or she's still on there.
What? Bucket list? That's awful, is that? I'm a big Nolans fan. I like my Nolans.
I know.
So she passed away today, sadly.
Oh, that is sad.
We lost Tony Slattery this week as well.
Yes, Tony Slattery, yeah. But he dropped off the radar for a while, though, hadn't he? I know he'd not been performing and things like that, but he was. I remember watching him in the early mid '80s, and he was really, really funny. Yeah. But yeah. So there we go. But anyway, let's not be down. Let's not be down.
And what did everybody think to Martin's cameo appearance in last night's episode?
It was cool.
Oh, sorry.
Martin here. He made an appearance in this week's episode of What's New at Cosmic Toys.
Oh, really?
Yes, making a purchase of a Star Wars figure.
What did he
buy? It was a little bit. That particular scene was a little bit like a scene out of a J.J. Abrams Star Trek film. There was some lens flare. It was the reflection of his head. It's a bit like yours, Ed.
And mine.
What's that?
Nothing. Very good, Joe. I'm pleased for you. Very good. Yes, R.I.P. Linda. You don't have a serious question. You don't have a serious bone in your body. No, I don't. She's not in the mood for dancing anymore. R.I.P.
She might be dancing on clouds. You don't know.
I was going to say something, but I will refrain.
What's that, sorry?
Wondered when this would come up. I was going to say something in response to she's not in the mood for dancing anymore, but I will refrain. I'll be a gentleman.
Be a gentleman, sir. Yes.
So do we want to see what's going to get given away? Or do we want to leave it till after the giveaway?
Well, give us a hint or
show you what it is.
Give us a mysterious hint. I don't know.
Well, it comes from a galaxy far, far away.
Okay.
And it's a bit weaselly.
Bit weaselly.
Is it a Jawa?
No.
They're a bit weaselly, aren't
Bib Fortuna was a bit weaselly.
they? Do you mean literally weaselly looking, or just weaselly in their general demeanour?
Oh, I'd be giving it away if I told you what if I said that. If I told you where the weasel comes into it.
He tries to weasel himself out of things.
I should have kept that on. A Day with Gareth. No. How has someone donated that to me for me to be able to? Also, my friend Jack pre-ordered me the new Transformers Studio Series Hatchet for my birthday. On the 4th of February.
Is that a very
I love how you slip smoothly in there when your birthday is, Robert.
Hatchet.
But yeah, my birthday's coming up. You've got a few weeks left. Go buy me a present.
Is that Ratchet with an axe as an accessory?
Well, I was thinking Ratchet, but then I thought with the amount of Transformers that are out there, there could well be one called Hatchet.
It's a bit choppy.
It's a bit choppy. But Star Wars. Martin's already wanting it. It's Star Wars. It's something Martin hasn't seen. Other shocking news I read today, Gareth is giving away a freebie with purchase of Transformers. That's right, I am. £20 or more. You have to spend £20 or more and you get a freebie. Yeah. Do it. BS Basil. They donated the hotel book. I knew you were going to bring this up. Hello, Mario. How are you, sir? Rocket.
That bloke selling death sticks was Weasley, but I don't know if it'd be him.
No. You're both taking the word Weasley far too literally.
How else should we take it?
Weasel.
It's a Funko Pop of something.
It's a Funko Pop. That's where the weasel comes into it. Pop goes the weasel.
Oh, I see. Okay. The fact that you just showed it a little bit kind of gave away the fact it was a pop, but yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the drinks.
Hi, Mario.
Sneak past me, didn't come up on the radar. You saw it, Martin. You've seen this in hand, but you haven't seen it in Star Wars.
So it's Star Wars related, but we haven't seen it in Star Wars.
I don't even know what we're talking about, says Adam. It's all right, Adam. Neither do I. Right, okay.
So,
I was just replying to some messages. What was that? Sorry.
Is it a Christmas pop or something?
Atkin, who you very frequently see in the live chat. He's not here tonight, strangely enough. He very, very kindly donated something that he received as a Christmas present that he didn't want.
So it is a Christmas. Is it a Christmas pop?
It's not a Christmas pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is in Star Wars. We have seen it.
All right, yeah.
Martin hasn't seen it.
Martin hasn't seen it, yes. Because he's not seen past season 1 of The Mandalorian, and this is in season 3.
Indeed.
So IG-12 with Grogu in the guts.
Grogu in the cavity.
Operating him like a mech, as was called out a year before seen on the screen. But apparently all the spoilers that had been told were wrong, according to Lucasfilm. Well, I hold in my hand here the proof that they were true. So yeah, that's going to be given away. So all of you, put your hands up. Who wants it? No one. And a big hug. Joe, you always get a hug. You know that. He loves a hug. He loves a hug. He loves a reach around. My arms aren't long enough though. Done with Studio Series. As soon as they release a Black Mamba MP Uniki toys won't getting sold. What? I don't know what that Uniki is supposed to mean, Robert. Crank? Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? It's crank.
Yes.
I think I actually called that out during the episode. Got that figure in the Black Series form. And that's got a big head. It's a Funko Pop. They all have big heads, Joe.
The Grogu hasn't, though. He's got a little head.
Well, it's Grogu.
Actually, I was watching a clip on YouTube of God, what's his name now? Moff Gideon, is it? What's his name? The protagonist. And is his armor that he wears in season 3? Is it actually sort of Iron Man-esque in the sense that it's actually powered armor and not just armor?
Who's that?
Moff Gideon.
Yeah. It's powered armor. Yeah. It's Beskar powered armor. Yeah, because if you listen very carefully, when he's moving, you can hear like little servo noises. Yeah. Kind of like a Robocop kind of noise.
It's a sort of
I thought that was just a choice that they'd made in the editing room. To be fair,
no, I think it's because he said he was combining stuff, so it's like a merger of Beskar Mandalorian armor and the Death Troopers, and whatever else he happened to decide to throw in the mix. So I think that's what he was going for. Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't think. I think that's a clone of him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the real Moff Gideon. I think it's a clone.
In the interest of irony on tonight's show, would you kindly explain why you think that?
What? Why it's a clone?
Yeah. What differentiates it from the rest? From what we'd seen before?
Sorry, I'm not following.
Well, he had facial hair, didn't he?
Oh, right. Sorry, yes.
Did you know that he was a clone?
Yeah. He's had a shave. Yeah. But yeah, so no, I think it's a clone.
I was going to say that, Jumpy.
One.
What's the difference between IG-11
and
right, yeah, sorry, yeah. One.
Wasn't it because IG-12 had his AI taken out, basically? So it'd been converted into a do-it-yourself droid rather than a thinking droid.
Well, no, he's IG. He's just IG-11, isn't he?
Yeah, but the guy who created him did rename him IG-12, I think, because he'd done modifications to him.
Oh, you mean the Ugnaught when he reprogrammed him?
Yeah.
Well, I thought
but that's the thing.
Until it blew to bits.
But yeah, that's the thing. I don't think he was IG-11 anymore because when he sort of rebuilt it, but left out his mission chip.
They called him IG-12 when they stuck Grogu in his belly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then he's back again now, isn't he? Because he's the sheriff or something of the town where
Navarro.
Navarro.
Hi, man. Cosmic Tie Man, I like it.
Well, have you not seen the season 3, Gareth?
I've seen season 3. Yeah, I didn't think he'd become sheriff.
Yeah. They appoint him the law keeper of the town, don't they? Yeah, in the last episode, or something like that.
I think he got like a red stripe on him or something, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, they give him
I'm finding more. I mean, we're going to be getting onto Skeleton Crew in a little bit, but I'm finding more Star Wars stuff just forgettable.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's all forgettable. It's not. I have no interest in watching stuff a second time because I know there's other stuff better out there that I want to watch.
Yeah, so, I would watch it again because I do have quite a lot of time for The Mandalorian.
I have for the first 2 series, but I've said this before. I've not watched the original trilogy since before 2015. I watched them all on the run up to Force Awakens, and since the sequels, I've not watched any Star Wars prior to that again. So it's just left that bad taste in my mouth. That doesn't mean I can't enjoy other stuff going forward. You know, as has been proven this last few weeks with Skeleton.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering whether or not, because obviously Carl Weathers is no longer with us as well. So I'm just wondering if he passed before they started filming the movie, you know, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
I think he did, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did.
Because I know I was reading earlier in the week, or was it? Or it might have been back end of last week. I'm not right sure, but the considering after the movie comes out, they're considering doing another series, but combining it with the Ahsoka series.
Right. Okay.
You know, kind of like pooling the resources, kind of thing, which I suppose kind of would make sense in one respect because there is a bit of crossover there for them. And I would certainly say that maybe the Mandalorian's viewing figures would probably help the Ahsoka viewing figures.
The Ahsoka viewing figures would be great if the writing was great. It's as simple as that.
She's played very well.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Rosario Dawson's performance apart from.
Yeah, but she's quite contemplative, or whatever how you pronounce it. Yeah, she likes to contemplate.
They are, Martin.
Contemplative.
And I don't know what it stands for. I don't know if it's meant to stand for anything, just like R2 and D2 don't particularly stand for anything. I mean, they do in the real world, real 2 dialogue 2, but not in Instagram.
But
not in the Star Wars continuity.
Like insane gunnery. That's the thing.
IG, but IG probably stands for maybe the manufacturer's, you know, abbreviation or something. I don't know. Who builds the
IG? How are you, sir?
Mr. B.
They've got their fans, Martin. I'm just not one of them. I mean, I don't mind 7. And I don't think 8 would have been as bad as it was if they followed it up with something half decent, but they made such drastic and didn't follow it up.
It kind of literally within the first the first 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes of Force Awakens, that just it was just like, nope, I'm not going to like this. And it was one line, and it was what Max von Sydow's character said to Oscar Isaac's character when he handed that thing. He says, "Oh, this will begin to put things right." And I'm like, I know what you're saying there. You know, it was like a sly dig to the prequel trilogy. With that, I think. You know,
I don't think it was a dig. I think it was an acknowledgement. I always took it anyway as an acknowledgement to the audience that Lucasfilm were aware. Take care, Josh, of the reaction that the sequel trilogy got, and they were saying that they were going to try and change things and make things better. That's the way I took that. I didn't see it as a dig.
Yeah, but the thing is, ironically, they ended up making the prequel trilogy better than the sequel trilogy. I know you don't agree, but But I've never been a dislike of the trilogy.
I don't know if you remember, but I used to, wave the banner for the prequel trilogy.
Oh yeah, you were a big Maul fan.
Yeah, I always have been. I'm a big Maul fan. I'm a big Jango Fett fan. To a degree, I was a General Grievous fan. Love that we finally got to see the Clone Wars. I wish that we'd have seen more of that in a film rather than in cartoon form. I would have loved to have. I still think that they are missing a trick by not making a series of films based upon the Clone Wars. There's battles happening all across the galaxy. There's got to be stories to tell.
Yeah. I mean,
in cinematic.
I was going to say that some of the cinematic, well, not as it, yeah, some of the sort of the game cutscenes, well, to say cutscenes, intros and stuff, they're just the general sort of movies from the games are really, really brilliant in terms of being sort of in character, in universe, and But I don't know if did they address the Clone Wars in any were they all Old Republic games mainly?
In what?
Well, in the sort of the cutscenes that you get, I think they tend to be Old Republic, don't they? In sort of the Lucasfilm games.
Game-wise, we've had Old Republic games. We have had Clone Wars games.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah.
There was that Republic Commando, wasn't there, years ago?
Republic Commando. There was one specifically called the Clone Wars, and that one game is better than any of the sequel trilogy. Hello, Charlotte. You're not supposed to be there today. Robert was actually cheering that you weren't going to be there. Yes, I'm getting you in trouble, Robert. You wouldn't have to listen to Coronation Street and whatever else it is you watch. You're not getting any tonight, Robert. The bodiless, no. I've got nothing really against the prequel trilogy. I don't think it's aged well, and I still think that Revenge of the Sith is the highlight of it. I think that is by far the best of those three films. But then again, I like Revenge of the Sith more than I like some of the original trilogy. So I think it's unfair to say that I'm not a fan of that prequel trilogy. But
I think they've all got their moments.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Attack of the Clones is probably the worst for me, just because and I've said it so many times. It's 100% a romance story, and the romance is creepy as hell, and they have zero chemistry.
But Yoda v Dooku, that's fun.
That's hilarious, is that? There was a cheer. I've never known a cheer in a UK cinema.
I did see it in cinema, and there was a cheer, I can confirm. Yes.
That was brilliant, was that? And in fact, Attack of the Clones was the first Star Wars film I saw at the cinema.
Ah.
There you are. That's a little tidbit for you. Revenge of the Sith is the best of the prequel. I just said that. Did you say it before me? I don't know. I said that.
No, I think
the Ewoks films are good. I like Battle for Endor more than Caravan of Courage, but good films. They even have the figures. Yes, there are figures. Have a word with Nick at Nemo Studios. The new Disney Plus star in New Cosmic. My God, Joe, will you drop this Cosmic Toyman thing, please? So since we're on the Star Wars thing, what are either of you two caught up with Skeleton Crew?
I'm not caught up at all. I've still only caught the first double episode.
Oh, is that all? Oh, you are.
I'm hopelessly behind, I'm afraid. Yes.
Right. I'd probably say skip episode 4.
I can't do that though. It's not in my nature to skip episodes.
It's very much a filler episode. There's no excuse for filler episodes when there's only 8.
How long can you have a filler episode these days? For goodness' sake, that's crazy.
Have you caught up on it at all, Ed?
Yeah, I finished watching it this morning.
I know you hated it. What did you think?
It were all right, actually. It were all right. It's not, but then again, look at what you've got to compare it to. So it ain't really giving it high praise.
Don't compare it. Judge it on its own merits and flaws. Don't compare it.
Well, it's difficult to not compare it to what's been put out prior to it, isn't it? It's right. Okay, honest opinion. It feels like somebody copying J.J. Abrams, who's copying Steven Spielberg, who's copying a slew of other 80s kids' movies. But it has its own charm. I would say it has its own charm.
You know, I never got any feel of Abrams from it.
Pardon?
I never got any feel of Abrams from it.
Yeah. There's. I got one or two vibes of Super 8 from it.
Right.
You know.
Do you not think that Abrams doesn't have his own thing though? Everything he does is copies of.
Yeah, that's why I said it felt reminiscent of J.J. Abrams copying Steven Spielberg, copying other 80s kind of movies.
It's a recursive thing, yeah. I definitely got sort of Goonies / E.T.
Yeah. It's not, like I say, it had its own little charm. It was quite charming, yeah. You know, it was definitely. I personally feel that yes, if I were a kid watching it, I'd probably be all over it and love it. You know, but being the cynical, jaded old git that I am, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's it's probably going to sound a bit weird, but it just felt, I think they leaned a bit too much into the piratiness. Yeah, it was a bit too piratey. Yeah. You know, like with all the the yars and all stuff like that. And
I agree with that. I agree completely. The pirate voices took me out of it quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know that space pirates in Star Wars aren't a new thing.
No, they're
but
not.
Kind of like going the full kind of Captain Hook kind of routine with them was a bit too much, really. I think, you know, but. Like I say, you know, that kind of charm, you know, for the kids and things like that, then yeah, it was I mean the reveal about Thingy's character, Jude Law's character, that wasn't unsurprising. You know, the reveal of, you know, his backstory, you know how he, you know, who he is on, how he came to be, kind of thing. That wasn't particularly.
I think for the most part, I agree, but then I also think that it were executed in a far better way than I was expecting.
But it was just.
It wasn't a case of I was a Padawan. It was this, that, and the other, and I love my master, and my master loved me, and we did this, that, and everything together. And she was taken away from me, you know, during the Clone War, at the end of the Clone War. I know. There was
spoilers.
Yeah, no, but that's what everyone's been expecting.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, it's like
that. It was different to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, I mean, if you take into account the time frame when the film is set in, he wasn't a Padawan. You know, he couldn't be a Padawan. Yeah, so it's like, you know, so it's, you know, because the whole Jedi structure as it was had gone, kind of thing, you know. So, but yeah, it's. Pardon?
How old is Jude Law?
How old is Jude Law?
Pretty old these days, I would have thought.
I say he's 52 years old. He certainly could have been a Padawan.
Yeah, but he wasn't, though, was he? Because it tells you that he wasn't. Well,
yeah, we know that now, but you're saying that there was no way he ever could have been. He could have.
No,
he couldn't.
No,
he's about the same age. He's only 5 years younger than Obi-Wan.
Well, I suppose, but no,
he just looks a lot better on it.
Yeah, I didn't expect him. Like I say, while I was watching, I didn't expect him to be a Padawan. My thoughts were that, you know, being in that like Disney frame of mind where anybody can be a Jedi now, that was kind of my assumption. I thought, oh, it's probably just someone who can use the Force, kind of thing. Or, it's like, oh, I'm a Jedi, I can use the Force, kind of thing. A bit like Sabine Wren, oh, look at me, I'm now a Jedi. No, you're not. Go away. So, but yeah, it was charming. It was charming.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's finally in something I'm not naked. I wasn't naked in the Harry Potter spin-off.
It was nice to see.
Holiday, I don't think.
It was nice to see a blockade runner at the end.
Yes, yeah. I think there was enough fan-pleasing moments in it. I totally agree with you about the pirate aspect. I would have actually liked to have seen more pirating in it had they not had those stupid voices.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it was kind of like they were like the Diet Coke of pirates, because they weren't very.
They were Disney pirates, basically.
They were Disney pirates. They were lovable rogues. They weren't, cutthroats.
Yeah. He very much airs on he's a lovable rogue who very much airs on the whole, you nasty piece of moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that at no point through that last episode, or even the other episodes, did I think that the kids were actually in any real danger.
Yep.
It's like, it was like, it's like, oh, it's a mild bit of peril, but, what's going to happen to them? I mean, that would have been, it would have been really good, and sort of like really edgy if they'd have offed one of the kids. Then it'd have been a case, right, all bets are off kind of thing. No, it's not. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I think you and Gap, judging by some of his comments, expect a lot more from Skeleton Crew than what anyone was ever going to get. And I think knowing when they announced it, they said it was going to be a kids show, and they advertised it and marketed it as a kids show.
Yeah.
And that's why the numbers have been lower. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do think that the fallout from the Acolyte has had some impact on that from people of our age group and above that may have tuned in just because it says Star Wars on it. But for its intended audience, it was never going to break any records because kids shows don't.
I would say as a piece of
the Pig on top 10. Unless it's top 10 kids shows.
Yeah. I would say as a piece of as a spin-off Star Wars TV show, I would say it's definitely better than Andor, definitely better than Ahsoka,
really?
Definitely better than Ahsoka. And I'd say it's probably better than most of season 3 of Mandalorian.
I'm trying to remember if there was anything good about season 3 of Mandalorian. I didn't like most of that at all.
So it's but like I say, it's the kind of thing where it's like it's like trying to compare diarrhea and constipation. It's just like both are equally as bad. It's just that so it's but yeah, I think for its target audience, I think it's charming. It's got a good. It's a good vibe to it, I don't want to be mean to it because it's charming. I think that's probably the best I can say. It's charming, but just a bit too ooh-ary, kind of thing.
That's its downside, I think. Yeah. Literally just those voices, those accents.
I mean, I very
much enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was quite funny actually because it was on the first episode. And I was actually just in the middle of taking a drink when the robot said, I'm SM33. And I almost spat my drink out. And I was just like, what? Yeah. I thought, could you be any more blatantly obvious there?
That is on the nose as hell. That's a hammer on the nose. Is that?
But interestingly, kids of this generation might not have a clue what that was.
No. On the other hand, my daughter Harley, it was about 5 minutes before that she came into the living room. Oh, what are you watching? I said, oh, it's the new Star Wars show. And she stood there for a couple of minutes. Then she sat down beside me. She's never watched Star Wars. Neither of my daughters have ever watched it. And she sat down. She stuck with it to the end of the episode. And when he said SM33, she went, Smee? Oh, that's really clever. I was like, okay.
Who's Smee? I'm Smee.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. And I'm reminding myself all the time, it's like, she's the exact age that this is targeted at.
She's a demographic right there.
I mean, I would say you can argue boys and girls as much as you like, but Star Wars is definitely aimed towards lads. They may want a more feminine audience, but it's aimed towards lads. It always has been, always will be. And she's the right prime age for it. Yeah. And at the end of the episode, she said, can we watch this every week together?
Oh,
so
that's nice.
Okay, fair enough. And every week, she has made me wait until she's able to sit down after doing all the chores to watch with me. And even tonight, we did the same, and she's loved it. She's absolutely loved it. So it's hitting in the mark.
But Disney needs that as well.
Yeah, exactly. If it's going to if as a franchise, if it's going to continue, it needs that. Yeah. So the only thing it's got against it at the moment is the online crew. The ones that hate anything that comes out and market it at the worst they possibly can. And I've seen the videos, and I've seen Gap mentioning it as well. Oh, it's not even beating the top 10. It's not on this. It's not on that. It's like, tell me a kids show that is.
I would say I was kind of disappointed a bit with the actual end, not the ending, but just the end of it, because it just kind of like just ended, and it was just like, there wasn't really, the blockade runner and the X-wings turned up, and then that were it with the end. It was just like, right, okay, well, if that's gonna be a standalone and that's where the story finishes, then there's no real resolution to the story.
You know what I thought would have been really clever?
What?
And I was like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And they didn't do it. But at the end of Ahsoka, and if they're trying to tie everything together, which they do try and tie everything together, she gets stranded on the planet with Sabine, doesn't she? But who comes through? Thrawn.
Right.
Thrawn's trying to build up the Empire again enough to take over the New Republic. Yeah? What if it hadn't have been X-Wings that turned up at the end to save the planet, but it had have been Thrawn?
It could certainly do with the credits.
He could do with the credits to buy some new ships. But when you're waiting to see who's going to come and save them, and you know it's going to be X-Wings, I thought, what if?
Yeah.
Could it be?
But the thing is, though, maybe I've missed something here, so maybe it's not such a spanner in the works, but I was under the impression that by the time the Empire came along, and obviously we're under the New Republic now, so
yes.
What is it about? What is it? 6 years? Is it? No, is it 9? However many years after the fall of the Empire, yeah.
I think we're in a 6 to 7 year time zone at the moment with the Mando and Ahsoka and.
So it's like it's all fair enough finding all those Republic credits, but they're not legal tender anymore, so they're worthless.
No, but they do make a point of saying that it's made with real equivalent to gold,
right?
Which the credits that they use as Republic and everything, it's all this fake stuff because they have no reserves to get from anywhere.
Right, so they can melt it down.
Because it's the precious metal, you can do what you want with it. One of those credits is worth 50, say, or 100 of a Republic credit. So it's that. And to be honest with you, that kind of goes back to the old pirate thing, doesn't it? Pieces of 8.
Yeah.
Just chop it up and...
Republic credits will do fine.
Yeah.
No, Republic credits will be fine.
Actually, it does make a little bit of a contradiction to that, though, doesn't it?
What
Because
about
if they're
Republic
Republic Knights and they are real gold or the equivalent of, it's like then Watto would be quite happy to accept some Republic credits.
Yeah. Or maybe
We'll have a catch up with the chats.
What do they call them? The Mon Calamari jelly coins.
What?
It's in one of the episodes of Mandalorian. He gets paid in Mon Calamari.
Oh, yes, I remember.
It looks like a piece of jelly with bits in.
Curious.
JJ is my friend, says Gap.
Well,
I don't know how you can be so critical in the comments there and then follow it up with JJ is my friend. Ryan Johnson is a joke, but not a very funny one. I mean, I've read these. I've already put these up. Where am I?
Hill Gap.
Cosmic Toys, have you finally watched Rise of the Beast? No. Godzilla, Kong the New Empire? I saw that when it released. Yes. Loved it. Loved it. Yes, Blockade Runner in action. Yes.
Mm-hmm. You see about 3/4 of it, and then screen goes blank. It's like,
did you see the whole thing? Mickey Mouse Pirates. More like Cosgrove Hall Pirates, actually, because they've all got English pirate accents.
Yeah. I'm sure at one point,
Cornwall.
Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Captain Pugwash walks across the screen.
Apparently, you need a figure as well, Ed.
Do I?
Apparently,
a figure of what?
Well, I've got Cosmic Toy Man. You must need Vault Keeper.
All right. Well, it won't be me. It'll be the Vault Keeper, not me.
Is it 3 years for the next? Oh, I can't wait 3 years for it.
Wow, that is a gap, isn't it?
That is a long for another 3 years from now. So that's 4 years, isn't it? Wow. We've got Monarch Season 2 coming, though, haven't we? So that's not that'll pad it out a little bit. Can we move on? Why are you wasting your breath on this trash Skeleton Crew? If you've not watched it, you cannot comment. You can't say it's trash without knowing what it is.
He's doing a lot of mourning lately. His Gap, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he's become so negative. He has.
He needs to go and watch someone else. If he's going to mourn, go and watch someone else.
Will Skeleton Crew Season 2 have pigs in space? I don't think there'll be a Skeleton Crew Season 2.
You're pronouncing that wrong. You've got to pronounce it pigs in space.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
Kirk Nader.
I think we'll see Jude Law in something else, though.
The thing is, I mean, it's. I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I wouldn't be averse to a season 2 of Skeleton Crew, but
there'd be no point to it.
Where would you go after that? Because it's like it wouldn't. Because the only story really there, if you're going to involve the kids, would be sort of like building the planet up again. Repairing the damage and things like that. So I think just a one and done kind of thing is okay, but that's why I think the way that it ended was a little bit of a anticlimax, because there wasn't really any resolution for the characters. Yes, the kids got home, but there was nothing.
No reward for them. There was no. I would say there's no punishment for the pirates, but there obviously was for the pirates. But Silver, Jude Law's character, he's just still stood there, just sort of like, kind of thing. And then like the kids are just like, it's just like, so there's no, it doesn't tie it up. But the parents didn't really do much, did they?
Well, no, but I mean,
if we're going to galaxy far, far away.
But the thing is, though, I mean, if you take it into the context of, like, say, the Goonies and stuff, when the parents don't do much in those films, so
I mean, at the end when they're there, with the kids to say, to stand up for them and whatever. Yeah. I mean, I don't intend to be a spoiler here, but there is a moment when I've just realised, Dave's here. Hello, Dave. There is a moment when sort of like one of the kids' dads being held at lightsaber point, and the kid can do something to actually save the day, and the dad's like, bearing in mind the entire planet rests on this, and the dad's like, just do as he says. It's like, oh yeah, think of your life. Don't matter about everybody else on the planet. Think of your life.
Yeah.
Quinn should just kill him with the lightsaber. Quinn.
That's crossed wires. Quinn was in Force Awakens, wasn't he?
Hello there, Lady Catherine. How are you?
Yeah.
And if Rum's still in the chat or watching anywhere, he'll love the fact that I've just called you that, won't he?
They're having puzzle offs at the moment, aren't they? I believe those two.
Oh, are they now? Oh, okay. I've been watching all of the old Godzilla movies and King Kong. I love them, but some of the DVDs of them are Region 1. What should I do? Get a multi-region DVD player.
DVD player?
Multi-region DVD player.
Or head to the high seas and watch them.
Head to the high seas and watch them. You might get some of them on Daily Motion, or you could buy the very expensive box set that's on.
Wouldn't Google Play do them though? I mean, couldn't you just buy them digitally these days? No.
A lot of them don't have distribution rights in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Sadly. Ed has a lovely figure. Dave will have everybody know.
I do actually, yeah. There's got some.
How do I know you haven't watched it? Because you said earlier on in the comments that you won't watch it. Not watching that trash or something like that. Shush, Ed. The next Monsterverse film is said to be released in March 27.
God.
Wow. That's something that these companies need to stop doing. They need to stop putting a release date out for a film that hasn't even started filming yet. And then then it all gets rushed and we get a semi-finished product. That's what happened with this new Alien film, Romulus. So many complaints about the effect on Ash, the robot.
Yeah, they've redone it.
They've redone it for the home theatre release, but because they had to get it done in time for the cinematic release, they were unfinished effects.
I think it's just hit Disney Plus as Romulus. I saw it on my menu this morning.
Oh, it finally hit. Well, I might watch it now then.
Yeah, I might watch it now.
There's no real way to spin that Skeleton and Crew is not a meaningful hit for Disney. There's never going to be a hit. Why does everyone think that everything has to be a hit?
They just want content.
Yeah, that's all it is. I've got very, very fond memories, and most people in the UK have got very, very fond memories of Count Duckula as a kids' cartoon show. It was never a hit. I don't think people took account of top tens back then, but it never would have broken into it. But we all love it still.
I'll get it.
Danger Mouse, the same.
Danger Mouse.
And everybody's getting older by the day. Well, they're not getting any younger.
Nope.
Lightsaber, this poop.
Yes.
I don't know anything about Star Wars, but I feel like the main character just lightsaber Dark Vader's head off. No, not quite. Do you think basketball is going to cross over with the Knights of Ram? We need to dedicate an entire episode of the Cosmic Council just to deciphering what Joe's messages actually mean.
Is he referring to... No, I'm not sure.
Has he followed it up?
Is that like the Force Awakens night?
Legion 1 DVDs. Right, you can use the PS5.
PS5.
Or Region 1 DVD.
Region 1.
I love you to bits, Joe.
A little less conversation, a little more typing.
It's the fact that he speaks it, doesn't he? He dictates it into his phone.
Yeah.
But if it happened at the end,
you must enunciate.
If that happened at the end, it would have been a boring story. If what happened at the end?
Do you mean Vader getting his head
I have a
chopped?
PS5. I don't want a DVD player, and that sounds brilliant. Okay. Hello there.
But sorry, just my final point on Skeleton Crew would be that,
Right, okay, come on.
maybe it is a good thing if they don't do a season 2, because, like I say, then it doesn't fall into the trap like what Stranger Things has, where they're trying to pass off kids who are quite obviously no longer kids anymore as being kids, because each series is just like in the subsequent year, like the next year. It starts in 83, then 84, but obviously the actors have aged so badly out of those roles now, that they're still trying to shoehorn them in, and, so I think for something like...
It's such a difficult thing to do that, isn't it? I mean, it's such a difficult thing to do that when they like trying to do the Harry Potter films with the kids and keeping the actors at the same age as the characters in the film.
I think the difference with the Harry Potter films is that with the Harry Potter films, they did the kind of continued filming year after year with them. They didn't have a break. Whereas like with Stranger Things, there's been like a year or 2 years in between series, and so they've obviously, and they're at that age where the growth spurts are more noticeable, kind of thing.
I love Dave's comments here. I don't care how successful things are. I just enjoy them.
Definitely.
I'm wholly behind that.
The only problem is if they're not successful, they don't keep making them. That's the only snag.
Is Knights of Ram a new hypersexualized medieval themed toy line?
I think what's that? What did Kylo Ren form in Force Awakens? Were they knights of something?
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren. I think that's what Joe's trying to refer to.
Yeah, I thought that might be what he was going for. Yeah.
Everybody Godzilla 2014 was terrible. Someone begs to disagree, Joe. And I've got to be honest, I don't think it was a masterpiece by any stretch, but it's all right. I enjoyed it. Also, if Lucas Skywalker lightsabered his head off, the story would be boring. Okay, it's not those characters that we're talking about. Skeleton Crew is a different crew of characters.
Whole different thing.
How was Godzilla 2014 terrible? You did not see him for about half an hour. Joe, you sound like someone who's never seen a Godzilla film. You hardly ever see Godzilla in the Godzilla films.
He's got to get up from the depths.
I've never seen Harry Potter or read the books. Said exactly. Like a true modern-day activist.
Wow.
Right, there you go. It's night time. And there's some ram. So it's a night of ram.
Oh, wow.
But tish.
Me neither, but I still claim as a Harry Potter fan. Really? You've seen the films though, haven't you, Adam?
Is that you on there?
You haven't missed anything, Gap. It's just a lot of Hufflepuff. I wonder if they will ever make a Transformers Prime again. I love that show, and Godzilla 2014 was pretty good. Transformers Prime. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those toys don't make it into the Legacy line, because they seem to be mining all of the previous Transformers series.
Oddly, it's probably one of the few modern Transformers I actually randomly picked up once. So I think when I was on holiday somewhere, I picked up a Beast Hunters Prime. I didn't know what on earth it was, but it just looked like quite a cool Prime, and it was cheap, so I just grabbed it. It's completely random.
2014 was the start of my favourite film series. There we go. Because one of the main actors almost got cancelled. The guy played Will.
I feel like I need to have drunk more in order to understand Joe's messages.
Joe, I think you need to start separating the real world from fictional worlds.
The thing is,
I don't think an actor almost, not quite, but almost getting cancelled spoils a film. Unless it's something really, really major like Ezra Miller and The Flash. And even that doesn't change how good the film is.
Since we've been talking about Skeleton Crew, I've had the theme tune to Captain Pugwash rolling around in my head.
Legacy is finished. They did some prime characters. Oh, they did do some prime characters. Yes, of course. Legacy is finished now. We're moving on to the 13 primes or something stupid, aren't we? That's
Yep,
not
everyone's a prime now.
Everyone's a prime.
Everyone's a prime.
Yeah,
everyone's a prime.
You know what? In fact, I don't know if Andy will be able to take part in this one. Have you seen any of the upcoming Transformers from this 13 Prime series?
No.
Right.
See,
okay.
I remember the days where you needed a matrix of leadership to be a prime, but you don't need prime now. Nah, you don't need a matrix now.
Well, you're over there. At the same time.
You're a prime. Oh, thank you. What do I have to do?
13 at the same time, Ed.
It's what?
There's not 13 at the same time.
I thought there were in the olden days, the way they put it together in the movie.
No, originally, Prime was a title. It was passed on.
Yeah. As the Matrix of Leadership was handed down, they became a Prime, didn't they?
Yeah, they became the Prime. Yeah, but now it's like I think they've changed it now. It's sort of like some kind of like council of primes or something like that.
Right. Okay.
So like there's 13 of them. There's 13 primes make up this council of primes or whatever kind of. It's that I'm not against it. It's just that each generation brings its own story to the table, if you will, kind of thing. So me saying that a prime used to be just the leader who was past the matrix, things like that. That's from back in the day. Back from.
Yeah. We used to just have Primus and Unicron, and that was those were the only massively powerful beings there were.
I mean, that's the thing about the franchise; it keeps transforming for a new generation.
Okay, right. Okay, so there's 13 at the same time, but is this a new continuity?
This what? Sorry.
I think that's continuity.
Yeah, I think it's a new origin story or something like that, or it's a new.
So it's not got anything to do with all of the other Transformers stuff, which seems to in the same
but unless they end up trying to make it like a shared universe kind of thing, I don't know. But
right.
I'll be honest with you, I don't really know much about it because, like I say, I don't really keep tabs on much of the new stuff.
Okay. Well, all I was going to say is that obviously a couple of weeks ago, Hasbro did a big video with all these things in it. I actually watched it. I'm not even the big Transformers fan, but maybe that will mean that my comments don't really matter. But I didn't think any of these toys looked very good.
These what? Sorry,
I didn't think any of these Transformers toys looked very good.
Well, it's each to their own.
For them all to be primes, why are some of them this big and some of them this big? Surely they're all fairly biggish,
Judge me by my size, do you, Gareth?
When you're a prime, yes. It's like Bumblebee was never a prime.
Bumblebee was a weak-ass scout in the comics.
Yeah,
he was never an uber warrior full stop, ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I would get all the other characters of the same kind of size and scale, to be scouts or...
I mean, there was back... Oh, let me see now. It was one of the Japanese cartoons. Oh, come on, get your thinking cap on. No, I need to do my Wurzel Gummidge. Gets me thinking heads on there, Aunt Sally. I think it was one of the Japanese cartoons. There was a council, and they had. I think in this particular episode, they were looking like through a time portal of something, and there was Optimus Prime. I'm pretty sure there was Rodimus, Magnus, Jazz, and I think there was someone else as well. And they were stood around a portal, and I think they were some kind of council or something. But it's very vague. It's stuff that I used to know, but
in Beast Wars, the Decepticons had a Tripedicus council, didn't they?
Yes.
Right. I will take your word for it on that one. I'm not. But yeah, like I say, it's just it's different stories for different generations. It's. I mean, I think that's probably why, maybe Transformers and Turtles and things like that have continued to be as popular because they've kept it's been able to be reinvented each generation, each time. You know, there's a different iteration of it at each time, and just things, you know, like your core characters pretty much stay the same, but the ephemera that goes around it, you know, morphs and changes, and you know, so
which as it should really. I honestly couldn't answer that, Dave. I'm not sure. They probably will be. They were by Funko, weren't they? Fairly sure Funko made those.
Did they do Stranger Things action figures?
They did. Yes.
Did they?
Yeah. They were very much like the reaction figures by Super 7.
I was going to say that I was linking those two in my head actually. Strangely, I think probably for that very reason, because they were that sort of.
Optimus Prime got made into a Prime in the original series before he had the Matrix. I thought he went from being Orion Pax to being Optimus Prime.
Yeah, back at that point, Optimus Prime was just his name. It wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't actually a Prime. No,
it wasn't. He wasn't a rank, or it was just Optimus Prime was the leader. You know, I don't think it was until
Rodimus, really.
Yeah. I don't think. I'm just trying to think. I'm just like going through some filing system here. I don't think the actual when they made Prime a suffix of the leader, kind of like a Caesar. You know, Caesar was just a term for the leader. You know, because you had Augustus Caesar, Julius. You know, Caesar wasn't a single person. It was like the bestowed upon them of leadership. You know, it means emperor. Does Caesar? You know, so it's like Prime was a suffix of denoting the leader, and I think that's when it came in round about the '86 movie. I mean, it may have. I'm just trying to think. There may have been something. No, it'd have been round about the same time in the Marvel UK comics. There was an issue where it showed you Optimus getting the Matrix from Sentinel, and I think in that particular comic, Sentinel was drawn very similar looking to Hot Rod, but without the big fins at the back.
Right. Mm.
So what you're referring to there, Robert, is before they started establishing law. Before they started establishing a good backstory.
Yeah, because the episode that he's talking about there is called War Dawn. It's where the aerial bots go back in time to Cybertron and witness the creation of, you know, where, you know, Alpha Trion takes Orion Pax and creates him as Optimus Prime. But like I say, at that point, Optimus Prime was just his name. It wasn't, you know.
You've got to bear in mind here, at that point in time, you've also got two very different backstories being formed, because you've got the cartoon doing its own thing, the UK comics doing their own thing, and the US comics doing their own thing. And, you know, never the twain shall quite meet, although they did kind of adapt to each other comics-wise, didn't they?
Well, to be fair, at that point, the Marvel UK was still reprinting quite a lot of the Marvel US comics.
Dispersing them.
Yeah, because like the thing, the Marvel, the US Transformers comics only came out monthly, where obviously UK Marvel started fortnightly, then they went to weekly. Then when the popularity started dropping off, it went back to fortnightly again. So you were still getting US stories at quite high issue numbers of the UK Marvel, you know, because they would split, you know, like you could split one of the US comics up into 4 issues of the UK comic, because there were, you know, say for example, the UK Marvel comics were 30 pages, probably only about 10 pages, even, or if that, maybe 8 pages were actually Transformers.
No, it wasn't.
You know, there was to my knowledge, there was only one comic that bet them at that, and that was a Zoids comic. You know, a Zoids comic, and it had about 4 pages of Zoids. Yeah. It's like, what?
There's a lot of filler. There's a lot of filler. Yeah, the actual Zoids comic is very slim. If you were to paste them all together, it's not that much. Yeah,
that's right. That's why I'm surprised that they still haven't done like a hardback copy, you know, of the Zoids stories. You know, I mean, it would be only one volume. You know, it wouldn't be very big, but I would think that it would be quite popular.
Yeah.
But anyway, what time is it? I'm going to be going shortly. So
9:25.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm going to be
go
going
on.
shortly. So before I do, should we do pickups? If anyone's had any pickups?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
While we discuss pickups, if you want to be entered into the giveaway to win this, type POP in the comments of the live chat. It's 3 letters. You should be able to manage it. P-O-P. POP.
It's 2 letters, actually.
2 letters. One of them's duplicated.
Hey.
Is that you entering, Andy?
It's me entering, yeah. 3 times.
Or if you want to keep it, if you want to have it in keeping with IG12, it could be P0P.
Oh. It could be, but we
Oh.
can't do that.
Right,
Yeah.
Robert's entered.
Or we can use POB.
Yeah, Bob. Or Pod. Yeah, Bod.
Or whatever noise he made.
Yeah, Bod.
Well, I've got no
Yeah,
pickups
POP.
to show, so it's going to have to be you two that do the pickups. I've got nothing new this week.
Too.
Well,
I don't know if Bod knows about anything.
I did my video on Monday for my pickups because I got them from Lado.
It's just you then, Ed.
Him.
It's just you.
Right then, it's just me then. Okay. Well, the first one is because I was trying to think figure-wise. Was since the last video, there's Blocky's Megatron.
Cool.
But this is the action. These are the action editions, so they're slightly bigger, and they've got light-up features, and they're very well articulated.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So here's let me just get the thingy jiggy doodah model, whatever it is.
He looks nice. He looks nice and chunky. That one.
Yeah, the Megatron comes with more accessories than what Prime does. He comes with like a flight stand. He also comes with a purple throne as well to sit on, and he also comes with a laser beak as well. There's a laser beak with him, and then like you just get the normal display stand kind of thing. Okay, so not very bright lights there. Anyway, and then like the little Decepticon symbol thing is for the come on, there we go. So his eyes light up and his Decepticon symbol. Now, it's not a criticism, but I would have thought myself personally, rather than having the Decepticon logo light up, it should have had, because there's translucent plastic parts on the waist section here, on the midsection. I think it'd have been better if those lit up, because you've got a blue, red, and a yellow translucent plastic here. So I think it'd have been better if that'd have lit up rather than the Decepticon logo.
Does this cannon light up? Because that would be cool.
No, the cannon doesn't light up. That would have been quite good as well if that'd have lit up, in the end and that. But yeah,
Mine does.
I do like it. It is nice. Like I said, the light thing. The only other thing I would say is I'm not a particular fan when they change things. Like the set like a design when they did the Prime, yeah. But on the Megatron, they've changed the hands, so the hands are different. Now, you could argue that the hands on this Megatron are better because all the fingers are individual and they are all articulated. They've got articulated joints,
Right.
so they are more posable than the ones for Prime, but they don't match now. Yeah.
I was going to say, so Prime's got different hands to Megatron's hands, despite being effectively the same scale.
Yes, yeah. Now the back panel to the hands, like the this bit, the back panel, that's the same, but it's just the fingers are different. So it's just a minor thing. Other than that, but no, they do look nice together. You know, they do display quite well. Oh, and you also get with Megatron. I can stand him up again now. You get a little Kremzik as well.
Oh, cool.
I've painted the eyes and the mouth because the eyes and the mouth don't come painted. But so then he matches with, that's the Kremzik that you get with MPO5, the original Masterpiece Megatron from 2004, 2005.
Lord. 20 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that came in since the last time, because I think I showed you. Didn't I show you the Fans Toys Ultra Magnus and stuff like that? Didn't I show that the last one? I think did I?
I think you did. Yes.
I think I did. Yeah. So then, yeah. So there's that, and then the next thing, you'll have to excuse me. This might not be.
Spectrum.
I was right, wasn't I? I didn't even have. I had something else on the screen
that was good.
I said something else. I knew it was going to be Spectrum related.
Yeah. This is a reprint of a book that was originally published when the Spectrum first came out. Now you did get a handbook with the Spectrum, but this is actually a better handbook than the one that gets packed in with it. I'm still after the original one, but this came out in November last year. It was a reprint. This Tim Langdale, because with the with that company releasing the Spectrum, you know, that came out recently.
Yeah,
they decided to reprint this and reissue this book. So it is. They've updated it as well. There is some new sections in it that, you know, but essentially it is the book from, I think it originally came out in 84, I think. 84 or 82. Where are we now? Yeah, it was either 82 or 84 when the first one was published. So yeah, so like I said, I'm still after it's the same name, the Spectrum Handbook, same guy. So I'm still after the original, but I've been reading that. That's a good read. And then the last thing that I got, this started as it was like a Kickstarter, a backer thing. It was a documentary, and it was released in the cinema, and you could go and watch it in selected theatres and things like that. But it's now come on to Blu-ray, and as far as I'm aware, it's a HMV exclusive as well. And it's this. This is a slipcase for it with some very nice Oliver Frey artwork. Oliver Frey did the artwork for Crash magazine. And if you take it out of the slipcase, it's the Rubber Keyed Wonder, and it's just short of 3-hour documentary about the ZX Spectrum. And to be fair, it is a really, really good documentary as well. It's there's a lot of nostalgia in there. It's not a criticism, but the only thing I would say is that for someone like me, it didn't get technical enough.
Right.
But I think I think for someone who knows nothing about the Spectrum, or someone who just maybe likes retro computers and don't know too much, it is I would say it's a very good documentary for them to watch, you know, because there's enough in there, you know, to get, you know, people to, you know, that would be of interest to people. And like I said, this is a special edition one, so it's a 2-discer. There are lots of special features on there, and then like you get a little booklet as well, and it just sort of like, you know, just goes through telling you how they did certain things and that. So it's got like a nice little picture of Uncle Clive there, and then
you sleep with that special edition Spectrum. Gap.
No.
He's been called many things, but never a special edition Spectrum before.
And then, really, Clive Sinclair had a lot to do with it, but for the look of the Spectrum, because it is an absolute design icon. It is an iconic thing, but it's down to that guy, Rick Dickinson. He's the guy that designed it. How it looks. So, it's a good documentary. if you get the chance to watch it or get a copy of it, I could recommend it.
Sure,
So yeah, those were my pickups.
I have the tizzle, so why not?
I've got sorry, not 2 others, but they're not here yet. They might be here tomorrow or the day after, and they're both DVD box sets. The first one is The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin, and the other one is Rising Damp.
Apparently, the Phil Collins documentary is good too, by the way.
Oh, there's a Phil Collins documentary, is there?
Very random. Very random.
Indeed. So yeah, those were my pickups.
Okay.
Cool.
Andy, do you have anything to show?
No, just that Diamond set stuff I'd grabbed really. I have upcoming videos which will be showing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So my one
here.
tomorrow night is an 80s Centurions figure with its more modern counterpart from Raymond Toys, because I've never had a Raymond Toys figure before. So I thought I'd do
Ramen Toys.
Ramen. You say Raymond, I say ramen.
Noodles.
Vice versa.
As in the noodles, yeah. It's called ramen.
Well, whatever. But anyway, that one, yeah. So I'm doing an unboxing of that one tomorrow night. You can have a look at that.
Hello, Lazy Low.
Lazy Low.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else
So-
am I getting.
Once again, if you want to be entered in with a chance of winning this within the next few minutes, you need to type POP in the comments. I see lots of you have done. I see lots of you haven't.
I don't think anyone wants it, do they?
I don't blame them. I don't want it either. That's why I want to give it away.
Some people are popping up.
Robert, you only get one entry. You can write it as many times as you want. You're only getting put on the wheel once.
We might
The only ones
post
that
it.
have gone on the wheel more than once are the ones that pay into subscriptions and whatnot. It's only fair that they get entered onto the wheel.
I don't know. Why don't you raffle it off? Raffle it off and donate the money to a kids' charity or something.
I might do that with something else that someone wants.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it probably cost me more in electrical fees to donate the 5.5 pence that I would be able to raise for this.
We will also accept weasel as the keyword.
Weasel, yeah. Why is your what?
Maybe saying, what is your favourite nickname?
Yeah.
I never really thought about it. What is my favourite nickname? To call other people or to be called?
I think he means
Because
you.
they're two very different answers.
Joe was previously asking Spectrum Flipper about his nicknames. I assume it's what's your favourite handle for yourself?
Oh right, okay. Probably Cosmic Toyman. Don't know. Gareth works quite well.
Maybe he wants to know your safe word.
I mean, I could go down the whole Neil Gaiman route and say you will call me Master. But that's probably a topic best left for another time.
Nickname.
Have either of you actually seen anything about that?
I saw the headline. I didn't read into it.
It's not good. It's not.
What's
good.
that? What's that?
The Neil Gaiman stuff that's going on.
Accusations which have not been proven to be the case, so we don't want to say anything too defamatory.
Well, homework has been done on this one, hasn't it?
As I say, I haven't read the article, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it's the outlet that breached it, or released the information. Unlike most media outlets, they actually do the homework first and make sure that the allegations have some merit before they actually report on it. But yeah, some very despicable things, shall we say. Robert has said this, goodness knows how many times now. Pop-Tart doesn't count. If you want to go on the wheel, you have to type it properly. Easy logos on the wheel.
Idiot. So there we go. Right then. Well, I think I'm going to shuffle on and call it a night, gentlemen.
Yeah, you watch it.
I am, yes. I have a couple of bits I want to do before I turn in for the evening.
I was very efficient. I put my bins out before I started.
Yeah, we had ours collected yesterday.
How do I become a channel member? It's through the YouTube thing.
Finally,
Robert.
After
Everybody popping.
After waiting for weeks upon end.
I can imagine, yeah. I don't even know if they're going to turn up tomorrow. I'm just doing it on the off chance, really.
This is the thing.
We got ours emptied the other day.
Yeah, this was the thing. This is what flabbered my gas, if you will. Where I live, so obviously, the bin men couldn't get here, but Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, DPD, Royal Mail, Amazon, every bugger else managed to get up our road apart from the bin men. It's like, right, okay. So it's like, will we get a bit of a rebate on our council tax for missed collections?
Not at all.
I don't know.
Joe, do you not want popping on the wheel for this? No.
Everyone's saying bye. Oh, I need to go, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's time for me to go. Yeah. Oh, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. See you, Dave. Bye. Bob, bye, mate. Yeah, bye. It's like Walton's, this, isn't it? Bye, Jim Bob. Bye, Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen's Dallas, isn't it? Yeah. Dave. I've not got my invite yet, Dave, for on the thingy, whatever it is, the to meet you. The Chuckle Brothers thing. Sorry, the not Chuckle Brothers thing. We are not the Chuckle Brothers.
I would take that as a hint.
Oh no, he said I was going to go on, but he said apparently I'm at the bottom of the list, which is fair enough. It's.
Yeah, you are on the list, Ed. You are on the list.
I am on the list. Yes, at the bottom. I'm an afterthought.
He's on some list, I'll tell you.
It's like. They were saying with that salacious guy. He was saying that
he needs to be on the list. Ed,
so there we go. You. And on that bombshell.
Joe, right. This Joe here, Wolverine 169 log, and he was actually telling me the other day that he finds you funny, Ed.
That was true. That. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he actually said that. Yeah.
He told me to tell you that he finds you funny.
Right.
It might mean that he finds you fussy. We're not really sure, but we know that is what appears on screen.
I can be a funny person when I want to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Andy's welcome too, but I have no way to contact him.
Ouija board.
Please release me. Let me go.
He's on. Are you on Insta? You don't use Insta, do you? You're on X.
Oh,
Excelsior's domain.
Talking of Instagram,
UK, I think I'm on X.
Go on. Ed's got an announcement to make.
Yeah, I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram the other day.
I've got something for that. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, I've only been at it since 2016, but who cares? Okay.
You might not be a winner, but you got 10,000. So, sorry, 1,000.
I know, 1,000. 1,000. But,
I'm quite close, aren't I? Where am I?
You're, 960 odd or 980 odd, were it?
986 now.
986.
I'm 14 away.
I'm now up onto 1,013, I think. Oh, no, 1,012.
Someone's dropped off.
Yeah, someone's dropped off. Yeah, it was 1,013 yesterday. It's now 1,012. It's fair enough.
Right. Not a fan of Funko. I don't blame you. Bon voyage. Everyone's saying go now, Ed.
I know, yeah. I need to go. And Lobot's just turned up. See you, Lobot. Bye.
This is like Laurel and Hardy sketch.
Yeah.
They're saying goodbye but never go.
I'm off.
Lobot, how you doing?
Hello, Bot.
You all right? Oh my
You've
goodness.
just
it's
missed Ed.
changed. Change the back. I need to change that back again. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm not having that. That's better.
Very, very lava lamp-esque.
Yeah. Right, well.
Oh.
Oh, fucking hell. Everybody go unsubscribe from Ed.
Oh, gap.
Well, Gareth can be really naughty when he wants to. I can. I'm not sure where that comes from, but I can. I will not deny it. Everyone's giving a round of applause to Lobot. We're all glad to see Lobot. Apparently, I am good. Get Peter Cullen on here. I don't think he'd be interested, to be honest with you. That would be fun. Right, are we going to get on with this wheel?
Wheel of Destiny.
Presents. Is it share screen? It's been a while since I did this. There we go.
No, Bot, if you want a pop, you have to say pop in the chat quickly.
Yeah, come on. If you want sticking on this wheel to win this piece of poop, kindly donated by the one and only Phil Atkin.
Phil
I
Atkins.
haven't put it. He is a channel subscriber, channel member. I haven't put his name on the wheel because I don't think he wants it back. And I don't want to do the same giveaway again. So I have put the rest of the channel members and the Patreons on the wheel. And I've also put everybody who said pop in the comments here. And I see that Gap has just done so.
That'd be well worth the price of postage.
I know, yeah. Tell me about it. The Wheel of Doom. Yes. I am okay as it is, thanks. Well, you're on there twice, Lobot.
You can always be redirected.
Or if you do happen to win it with one of those opportunities, you can choose who it goes to. You were not on the wheel as you said poop, but you are now. You've said pop.
Stop.
I'm gonna set it going already because this is set long enough. There we go. Been a while, is this? I'm gonna hypnotise you all now.
I'm going to entertain us all.
Richard, he's gone. That's Blackadder, not I. First one off the wheel. Mario! You're not having it.
All conspiracy until Gap wins it.
Oh, Desimondo's not getting it. He wouldn't have wanted it. In fact, I don't think anybody does.
Dave's just caught too late.
Who's that?
Dave, Mr. Nipples.
Oh. Yeah, you were on there because you just said snap and crackle, but you never said pop.
Did he say snap and crackle?
He did. He said snap, crackle, and never said pop.
Oh dear.
Pop. Do you want to go on the wheel, Dave? I don't think anyone will mind if I do pop you on there now. Do you really want to go on the wheel? I know it's too late. Do you want to go on there, though? Andy appears to have a mini Falcor. Oh!
You a never-ending story. You a dragon.
No, absolutely not. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it. Buford's too late for the wheel, appropriately enough.
Oh, has Buford arrived?
Yep, he has.
First time you've been late all week.
True story.
Lobot size. Sigh of relief. Still on there though. Somewhere. Yeah.
You look at me as if saying, "What are you doing?"
Thought we were going to be two on the trot.
That was close. That was close, wasn't it? That
Was indeed.
What's Falcor? I call you Falcor. No. Which one's Falcor?
Oh no, I've just broke a Gundam.
Oh. I escaped that one, Jake.
Oh, Dave's not having it either. Sorry, Dave.
Is it going to be gluable? Oh, it's a little one. Oh.
It might be doable. Martin's not having it, and he actually liked Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's just as well he'd have traded it back in with me next week. And of the three possible Joes that could have gone on the wheel, the only one that did is not having it.
He's stuck outside now.
He is. Oh no, there's another low back there. You've already done twice. No, Arith. Did I put it 3 times?
New bot.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
Mr. Justice.
New bot has left.
Bring to the pub. When you can't go to the pub, bring the pub to you.
Fair.
Mm.
I should have brought my pub to me.
You did earlier.
I did earlier, but yeah, but tactical error left the rest of it downstairs. So
Joe's glad that he's not on the wheel. If I win, I will donate this to the RSPCA.
that's for you,
Okay.
that is. That's for you.
Now who has sausage, fingers?
You can go down now. Go on.
You've got a sausage tongue there, by the look. Sausage.
Sausage.
You really wanted it. Someone did. You. Sit down, have a pie. Okie dokie.
Okay. Spin that wheel. Yeah, I'm still going.
Mario. It's not going to Ireland. Oh, Robert, you spoke too soon. You spoke too soon. You made plans of what you're going to do with it.
I'm getting worried now because I'm still in twice.
Joe, he's on the wheel. I didn't realise he was on the wheel, but he's not anymore.
It's not anymore.
Yeah, you are still on there. Oh, you were. Easy, Lou. It's not going home to you, I'm afraid. Seems to be very slow to take the nail off, doesn't it?
It's not me. Oh God.
It's a fix.
It's a 50-50 chance now.
Yeah, for you there is, yeah. I have chipolata, did you? You jinx step.
Jinxed it.
Rigged for UK postage. Gap, you're still on there.
Yeah, you're still on there.
Andy for the win. I agree, to be fair. Or Barry. Anyone but Gap.
Wait for it.
Oh my word, really? I'm sorry, Barry, you're not having it.
Sure, Ed's so sad that he's left the wheel.
Gap, you have a 1 in 3 chance. Never.
Or not. Hey! You don't even want to give it to the runner-up because that would be horribly expensive.
Well, do I need to bother? Right.
Which way is it going to go?
Andy, you've got to give it to a kid.
Well, I can always palm it. I might be able to palm it off to mine. It's possible. I wonder why I'm giving him pops like 2 in a row. But
go, Andy. Always.
Ah, dear.
So, I tell you what, people, put red or blue in. We will actually do a spin. Red or blue? What do you reckon? Who do you reckon is going to win? Red or blue?
I don't mind.
Congratulations, Andy, on winning this.
We won a small plastic wobbly-headed thing, Jake. What do you think?
Don't bother. Spin it, says Dave. Spin it. The winner is.
Impressed, Jakey. I know.
Complete the wheel. Rules is rules. I wonder who's going to win. Blue, red, blue. We've got 3 for blues, 4 for blues, 5 for blues. Come on, Andy. Come on, you can do it. It's rigged fixed. This is like the Matrix. Yeah, you're going to take the blue pill, you're going to take the red pill. It looks more like Pepsi logo, to be honest.
Yeah.
Red. Do it. Enjoy your pop, Andy. Right, okay, so we have more votes, I think, for blue. Let's see who wins it.
True blue. There you go.
Yeah, looks like red actually won it. Congratulations, Andy. No, blue actually won it.
I won something.
Oh, either way, Andy won it.
I won it, Jake. What do you think?
That was mental.
You my lucky talisman. You my lucky dragon. Says I just want to go to bed.
Just don't drop your pop and crush it, Andy.
I didn't drop it. It was in the bag.
I can't believe that as well.
No, I know. I did apologise.
It survived.
I know.
From what, 1979, 1980, something like that?
But I said I've still got all the pieces.
Survived travelling almost all the way around the world.
I will repair it. We have the technology. We don't have $6 million budget, but we do have the technology.
I wish Andy wins. He did, bless him. Definitely a fix. It must be a fix, yeah. Don't cry, Gap. You'll get a chance. It's going to cost you tons of postage to Andy. I know, yeah, he's going to come and pick it up at some point. Yeah.
See you then.
Take care, Dave. I will see you in the shop at some point soon, I'm sure. Fish and chips for my tea, and it's been repeated on me all evening. Gareth can go on the bike and deliver it. I am not riding all the way to Halifax.
That's a bit harsh.
It's your thick fingers you broke it, Andy. Yeah. Oh well. Very good.
Thank you.
So yeah, congratulations. It's all yours. Yeah, I know it's saying congratulations, though you put a load of effort in that. I was the one clicking the mouse.
Mouse clicking is an important part of the wheel spinning process, Gareth. Yes.
You've got to deliver it in a postman gear. You just like a man in uniform, don't you? That's what it is.
That's what he's fishing for. Yeah. Seems so.
This was fun, guys. Well, we're going to need to do this more often, I think. My condolences. It's a robot.
Well, so what I should do is dress all in black and just like burn it.
You could do that, yeah. But... Andy is the proud owner of Star Wars.
Star Wars Krang. Yes.
Cyber Krang.
Cyber Krang.
Although, was Krang, the robot suit, technically a robot? Was it an android?
It was a humanoidy thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but now I'm thinking it's got a great big hole in its belly. Was it robot?
Maybe it's a cyborg.
Yeah. Either way, it's won this. It's won this.
I've won that.
If only I could just go like that to hand it to him.
I know.
That would be fantastic.
If only we'd sort of planned it in advance, that would have been really cool.
It does feel a little bit sus, doesn't it?
Yeah, that wouldn't really have worked for a random giveaway, no.
It was entertaining, that's the main thing.
Indeed.
Good, I'm glad you liked it. And Andy will probably do an unboxing video on his channel.
What's the point? It's covered with nothing.
I'm going to watch some WWE and still watch this. I think we're going to be getting off in a minute, to be honest with you, Robert.
Yep.
That pop is a waste of plastic, and yet you are still complaining you didn't win it. Leave it to Gary to give away things that are not that. Donated to give away.
Can't even use your real
to be fair to Gap, I do think that he missed that part of the conversation because he joined us a little bit later, didn't he? No, we have to thank Phil, who was one of the channel members, Phil Atkin, for donating this to be given away on a live stream because he donated it. So thank you very much, Phil. So yeah, I'm giving it away on behalf of somebody else.
Indeed, yes. Thank you, Phil.
I've been called worse. It's fine. And you can use a drone.
For delivery purposes.
I realise that.
It's quite scary how I'm starting to tune into what
yeah.
you're on that
review on the Funko Pop, Andy. Review on the Funko Pop.
Review on Funko Pop.
It'll be the first video he puts up that has 0 views. Bloody Gary, such a cheapskate. Rise of Skywalker trick.
Okay, that one I got nothing of.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, the teleportation thingy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next giveaway, Godzilla. I don't think I've done a Godzilla giveaway, have I?
Which is surprising in the number of them that you have.
Yeah, I could do a Godzilla giveaway.
I can hear the cogs whirring from here.
Do a Godzilla giveaway. I need to find something worse than that to donate for next. So you're going to pay to post it up to me so that I can give it away and pay to post it somewhere else, most likely.
Sweet.
Just for it to be something worthless. Donate Gareth himself. Joe, you've got some very strange thoughts tonight. Very strange thoughts tonight. You want me in a postman's outfit. You want me on a bike.
Oh, on a drone.
Or on a drone. And you want me. Yeah, nice. I've done a Transformer. I gave up. Oh, yeah, I made a right mistake with that one, didn't I? I gave away that Dracula's transformer and forgot to deduct the stock from the website, so I ended up selling it and not having the item to send.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah. Oh, you do, Gap. You know you do. You successfully got rid of the pop. yes, you did. I know. I make these kind of mistakes far too frequently. Right, I think we're done for tonight. Do you want to tout any of your interesting video wares for the rest of the week?
I can do. Yes, I've been fairly active of late, but I've got the Centurions one is out tomorrow night with however you pronounce. Go on, you pronounce it properly.
Ramen toys.
Ramen toys.
Ramen.
And then
Raymond would have a Y in it.
Yeah, don't know. Next week, I'm going to do. I will be looking at a Playmate Bird of Prey on Monday. It's not premiering yet, but it will be. And then, do you remember that I got that big box of videotapes a while ago?
I certainly do. How could I forget that?
Well, I've still got them because I don't know what to do with them. So I will be asking everyone, what should I do with those videotapes on a video on next Wednesday? But I initially, it was going to be just that question, but then I expanded it into looking at some of them that were there because they're quite classic sci-fi films and stuff, you know. So I just had a sort of general kind of chat to myself about them and their significance or lack thereof and so on. So, yeah, all that goodness.
And the Viewmaster.
And the Viewmaster will be coming, and Linkits in due course as well. So they're going to come out on Thursdays. I'm doing Trek Toys on Monday, Thursdays for other things, and occasionally I might grab the Wednesday slot if it's free when we're not doing this. So yeah,
okay.
I'm just trucking along with the new camera, just seeing how it goes. Really, yeah.
Right, Gaz, I remember that nickname, somebody saying it 15 years ago at your old shop. Yeah, Gaz is a nickname that I respond to. Beg your pardon, Joe?
Joe.
Videotape giveaway sent it. No. No.
I've had to split them into smaller boxes. I can't actually lift the original box. I think I must have just dragged it into that room.
Derek. No, we choose to. I meant to put Doctor Who bad guys. Yeah, because that sounds just like Donate Vagina Direct, doesn't it? Viewmaster sounds interesting. Ramen will be interesting.
Good.
I like a nice pork ramen myself with a nice bit of boiled egg in there. Lovely stuff. Right. Do I have any videos coming out? I've got 3 filmed, but none actually edited in video format yet.
Right. Okay. I was going to say, I was momentarily confused then.
Yeah, I need to pull my finger out. I did sit down to start editing before this live stream went up and we started, but yeah, that never happened. Right. So it'll be next week, won't it? Yeah. Good night, all. It's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Bye-bye.